Well, previously we looked at the derivatives and antiderivatives of an exponential function y equals e to the power of x. What I'd like to do this time is start with a derivative as being 1 over x, and this time I want to get the antiderivative of 1 over x. So we have to go back to the function. So let's have a look at 1 over x. 1 over x is actually 1x to the negative 1. Now when we get the antiderivative of powers, remember when we did this over here from the 0 to the 1, when we integrate, I'll just put this information down here. When we integrate, we raise the index by 1, and then we divide by that new value of the index, the new index that went up by 1. So here we had a 0, we raise the 0 by 1, and we divide by 1. When we derive, it's the opposite order, where we multiply by the index value. So if it's a 1, you take the 1 and you multiply that by 1, so you get 5, and then you minus the index by 1. So you take the 1 down to a 0 and it becomes 5x to the power of 0. So integrate is the reverse order of derive. So let's look at this raise the index by 1. So if we raise the index by 1, we get x to the power of 0. And then divide by that new index of 0, divide by 0. And that's just simply not possible. Can't divide by 0. So in fact, these steps don't help when it's x to the power of negative 1. So when it's x to the power of 1, it will the integral, or the antiderivative of 1 over x, is log of x to base e. And because we're getting the integral, there's a constant here. We don't know, there's a plus 0, so the integral of plus 0, which we don't know what it was, is plus c. Okay, so if that's the case, and if I start with the log of x plus 6x plus 2, what is the derivative? Well, if the antiderivative of 1 over x is log x, if the antiderivative of 1 over x is log x, then the derivative of log x to base e is 1 over x. And the derivative 6x to the power of 1, 1 times 6 is 6, and you drop the 1 down by 1, so you've multiplied by 1, and now you've minus 1, you get x to the power of 0. And here you've got constant, this is 2 to the power of 0, 0 times 2 is 0, and that's it. Simplifying this, we would get 1 over x plus 6, because 6x to the power of 0 is 6. And that's the derivative of log of x to base e plus 6x plus 2. So this lesson, this segment, we've looked at finding the antiderivative of 1 over x is log of x, and the derivative of log over x is 1 over x to base e. We're talking about log to base e. It must be a base e. Okay. Next segment, let's expand on this.